So Polygon MATIC is sitting up 1.7% today, looking to many people as though it's sitting up pretty firm as the rest of the crypto market struggles to get some footing. But I've just seen something in the MATIC charts which we have to be wary of. As you guys know, I did a poll on Twitter asking which coin do you guys want to see more coverage of, and 42% plus of you guys asked for more MATIC. So you guys already know I'm going to deliver that. We're going to look at the key levels in the charts, look at a bunch of different indicators to see where could we be heading in the short term here on Polygon MATIC. As you guys know, Polygon MATIC is a part of my long-term portfolio. I do add MATIC there on a regular basis. I've dollar cost averaged a decent sized position in there over the last couple of years, and it's something I continue to DCA into. I really do love the layer 2 space. I mean, plenty of videos on that. I'll try to link up a couple here, but this is just for the short-term TA. And here on the short term, what I'm seeing is if we look at the broader pattern, right? We were in this broader uptrend, and MATIC was one of those which was really outperforming. Everybody getting excited along with ETH of the ETH 2.0 merger. They had their partnership with Disney and a few other biz dev opportunities and did really, really well. But then we saw the breakdown of trend, right? There's only so long that an altcoin can go against the market when Bitcoin wants to struggle to the downside. And naturally, we saw that fall to the downside. You can see the first pivot point is down here at 71 cents, but MATIC has shown good strength. So normally when you break down to trend, you go and test your pivot point, right? But MATIC has got some interim support here at around the 75 plus cents. You can see we're sitting at 82 cents right now. I'm going to come on to that shortly, but we've not even come down to the first pivot point at 71, let alone later pivot points at around the 55 cent mark. Now that's really interesting, because if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, you can see you've come down to the first pivot. So Bitcoin broke down from its trend and it came down to the first pivot point, and it's using that for support. Now, if you've not watched my Bitcoin video from earlier, make sure you go watch that, because of course this dictates where many coins are going. And if you guys are expecting Moonboy TA here, you're in the wrong place. I'm not going to show you some crazy 100x leverage trade. I'm not going to fulfill your needs and say, no, don't worry, MATIC is going to go to the moon. No, if what I see in the charts is what I share. So if you appreciate that, smash up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to buy some MATIC for your long-term positions, or if you're taking a trade, check out the links in the description to BYBIT or BitGet. Those are the two platforms I trade on, guys. I use those two platforms to trade on. So if anybody's new who wants to get started on trading, check out those links, claim your bonuses, and practice with a bit of pocket money and get used to some trading. Now, as you can see here on MATIC, what have we got here? On the 4-hourly chart, we've got a consolidation. No different to Bitcoin. Big fall to the downside, and now you get this, which is a bearish continuation pattern. Okay, so you'll hear some people call this a flagpole, okay, and there's your flag, and then normally this would continue to the downside. Now, I said earlier this morning, sorry, my Bitcoin video, you could take big advantage of trading from the bottom to the top, because it looked like the support was coming in, and you could trade that to the top, and I said potentially you could be getting a trade up to the 21,700 figure here on Bitcoin before the shorts start trying to push it back down to the downside. So similarly on MATIC, you can see we're getting that similar impulse to the top now, but I'll be expecting people looking to short it from here. So if we break out to the upside, you could see a relief rally up to retest the backside of that trend line, right? This will just be a retest before you expect to fall, or failing that, you're just going to get rejected now straight away from here. So what I am looking for is there a breakout from the upside? If there is, fantastic. I'll take a long position up towards the top here. I'll be taking that long position up towards 89 cents as a potential trade there. If we get rejected from here, we don't get the break above the trend line, then I'll be looking for that to move to the downside and potentially then lose that pattern. If you lose that pattern, you'll be looking for support at initially the first pivot point at 72 cents, then you've got a horizontal support at 69, but then you'll be looking all the way down to 55 cents for your next support line down here on Polygon MATIC. So those are the targets I'm looking at right now. Few other indicators for us to look at. Let's bring out the Bollinger Band, and you can see here on the short time frame here on the 4-hourly, we're coming to the top of our 4-hour Bollinger Band. Now, why is this important? Well, you can see the wick of the candle, which means that the bulls try to push above the Bollinger Band to get to the top of the channel, and then it's getting some rejection. So it'll be interesting to see, where does this 4-hourly candle close in the next 7 minutes? You would have seen that by the time I upload this video. And where does the next one open at? Does it come red? Does it start pushing us to the bottom of the channel, which would also be close to the bottom of the Bollinger Band? That's what I want to look out for. Is, are we going to get the break? In which case, great long trade up towards the bottom of that trend line, which we broke down from, or are we going to get rejected back down? Now, if anybody says to you they know exactly where Bitcoin is going, they know exactly where MATIC is going, take a long, take a short, don't listen to that person, right? Trading is about getting yourself ready for which direction the market's going to move in. Me sitting here right now, I cannot tell you as a matter of fact, and nobody should be able to, where the price is going unless I'm an insider trader, unless I'm getting ready to rug pull you, or I'm sponsored by these coins or projects, right? So you got to always understand what's going on in these spaces. If people are telling you they know the exact direction, stay a mile clear from them. As you can see, guys, professional trading, which is what I learned professionally for over 10 years in traditional finance, is all about setting yourself up for either side and then getting prepared either way for what the situation is going to be. So that's what we're seeing here on Polygon MATIC. Looking at the day chart, however, what we can see is we are at the bottom of our Bollinger Band here on MATIC, okay? So you've managed to see it hold some strength into the Bollinger Band, which is good. You got the close below it here on the 19th of August, but then quickly the next couple of days it came back in. But like I said, this looks like a bearish continuation pattern, in which case a big explosive move to the downside towards that 69 cents mark will make you lose your Bollinger Band to the downside. Let's also take a look at our EMA ribbon, and you can see here on the daily, it looks like we're getting a backwards retest of the EMA ribbon, and that's what I'm looking out for, because again, if we can get that long position, it just means we're going to go into our EMA ribbon. Longer term here, I'm still expecting us to get sent to the downside because the bears are in control. On this candle here, on the 19th there, when we close below our EMA ribbon, that is when we officially flip bearish. And most likely we're going to back test the EMA ribbon and then fall with bigger strength to the downside as the bears cool off just for a little bit whilst we consolidate as longs. Also, let's take a look at another interesting piece of data, which is bringing out your 20 EMA and your 50 EMA. Remember, when we looked at this on Bitcoin, this is now the Bitcoin chart, you can see they've crossed over. The shorter term one here, the yellow 20 EMA, crossed below the longer term 50 EMA. That's a bearish sign. That normally signifies a big move to the downside, as you can see. Now here on MATIC, we've seen relative strength, right? MATIC's been holding relative strength, but I don't think it's going to stand for too long. I think inevitably, if the wider market's going to continue to fall, unless we see Bitcoin get some sort of a relief rally against trend, I think we're more likely to see this crossover happen. We see the 20 come down, we get rejected by the EMA ribbon, and I expect price action to go test towards that 69 cents mark, and even more powerfully, maybe we need to be prepared for 55 cents mark here as well. It doesn't change what we think from a long-term fundamental point of view, but that is what we're seeing here in the short-term trends on the charts. You can see fear ingredients has come down to 28 now. Markets feeling a little bit more fearful now that Bitcoin's struggling at around those levels. You can see US markets continue to struggle today, lacking direction. Not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was a horrible, horrible day with the Nasdaq down well over 2%, the worst day since June. They're cooling off a little bit today. We've got a big week coming up the rest of the week. Thursday, GDP revision. Friday, we get the PCE data, which is important inflation data, which the Fed use. We then get Jerome Powell speaking as well at the end of the Jackson Hole Symposium. So lots to happen on here, a lot of opportunities in the charts. Make sure you guys are using the links in the description if you want to claim those bonuses and trade any of these moves with me. If you have any questions, make sure you head over into our Discord, take advantage of the Telegram as well. They're all free. Use these resources, be part of the community. Sometimes I share chart patterns on the Telegram or in the Discord, depending on what's convenient. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Go watch this video here on MATIC, and I'll see you in the next one.